54 seconds in round number 3. Our referee in charge, Steve Willis, he stops the contest, and the winner by way of technical knockout, John Riel Casimero. Hailing from Ormoc City, Leyte in the Philippines. Here is the 3-weight division world champion and the reigning WBO bantamweight champion of the world, John Riel Casimero.
She stands with a record of 15 victories, including 3 losses, 2 draws, and 9 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Representing Osaka Shinipon, Yosuke Kameda!
Round 2 pa lang ay susuko na di umano ang Hapon na si Kinosuke Kameda pag nalasap ang bigat ng suntok nitong si Casimero. Ayon sa kampo ni Casimero, ay mag-aala Ryo Akaho itong si Kinosuke Kameda para maiwasan ang lakas nitong ating kababayan. Malaki ang paniniwala ng Team Casimero na magtatapos kuno sa knockout ang magiging laban na ito, na kung saan iuuwi niya ang tagumpay sa Pilipinas sa pagtalo sa Hapon na kanya ngayong makakalaban. Katulad ni Ryo Akaho, maaari kuno na ganito ang sapiti ni Kameda sa araw na magiging laban nila ng ating kababayan. Di naman basta-basta na boksingero lamang ang makakalaban ng ating kababayan na si Casimero, dahil para sa kanya ay tatapusin di umano niya itong ating kababayan na si Casimero sa loob lamang ng isang round. Sa laban ay mainit na ang mga maglalabang ito, dahil sa taglay-taglay po kasi ng dalawang ito ang angas na nakapagbibigay ng mahusay na pambungad para sa mga lehitimong mga boxing fans. Ang laban po na ito ay isang magandang laban at paninimula para sa ating kababayan na si John Riel Casimero. Dahil sa ito po kasi ang magiging batayan kung meron pa nga bang ilalabas o ibubuga ang ating kababayan sa mas mataas na dibisyon. Sa mga hindi po kasi nakakaalam mga idol, napaka-importante o napakahalaga pong sukatin ang kakayahan at kondisyon ng boksingero bago ito umakyat ng mas mataas na dibisyon. Bakit kanyo? Ito po'y dahil sa magbabago po kasi dito ang bigat ng suntok at tibay ng boksingero sa pagtanggap ng suntok. Kaya ang laban kay Kameda ay isa pong magandang tune-up fight para dito kay Casimero. Kung tutuusin ay hindi lamang pang tune-up fight ang kakayahan ng boksingerong makakalaban ngayon ng ating kababayan. Dahil sa kahit 2 beses na po kasing natalo itong si Kinosuke Kameda, ay galing naman ito sa 2 kampyon na si Luis Neri at Alan Picasso, na parehas malakas na boksingero na lumalaban dito sa featherweight division. Sa magiging laban din na ito ni Casimero mga idol, ito ko na magiging sukatan ni Koki Kameda na kanyang promoter, kung nararapat niya bang pagbigyan si Casimero sa mga ninanais nito ng mga laban. Kaya naman mga idol napaka-importante na magiging laban na ito ni Casimero. Sa kasalukuyan nasa bansang Japan na ngayon itong si Casimero. Gusto po kasing busisiin ng kanyang promoter na si Koki Kameda sa kung papaano nga ba magsagawa ang kampo ni Casimero na pagsasanay sa kanya ngayong paparating na laban. Hindi po kasi lingid sa kaalaman ni Koki Kameda ang isyu kay Casimero pagdating sa stamina. Kaya naman po naririto ang promoter na si Koki Kameda para sa gayon nga ay alamin kung meron nga ba dapat idagdag o bawasan dito sa pag-iensayo na ginagawa nitong si Casimero. Ngayon ang hapon po na makakalaban ngayon ni Casimero ay mayroong kasalukuyang kartada na 15 panalo, may 5 talo, 2 tabla, at mayroong 9 na nanakaut dito sa kanyang 15 na ipanalo mga laban. Samantala ang ating kababayan na si Casimero naman ay mayroon na pong kasalukuyang kartada na 34 na panalo, 3 talo, 1 tabla, at may 23 na knockout dito sa kanyang 34 na naipanalo mga laban. Magandang laban na ito dahil sa ito ang makapagsasabi kung may anghang pa nga ba sa ibabaw ng lona ang ating maangas na kababayan na si John Riel Casimero. Ngayon mga idol sinabi ni Kiyunosuke Kameda na wag daw tatakbo si Casimero sa kanilang magiging laban. Naniniwala po si Kameda na hindi makikipagpalitan ng suntok itong si Casimero at ang kanya kunong lakas at stamina ay sasapat na para talunin si Casimero sa kanilang magiging laban sa Japan. Kung ating sisilipin ang kakayahan po ni Kameda sa pakikipaglaban mga idol, ay isa itong agresibong boksingero na bumabato ng sobrang madidiing suntok sa tuwing pumapasok sa kanyang depensa ang kanyang kalaban. Sa madaling salita mga idol, ay mahihilig din po makipagpalitan ng suntok itong si Kiyunosuke Kameda at hindi marunong umatras sa pagpapaulan ng mga kombinasyon. Ito ang istilong gustong gusto ni Casimero dahil sa madali lamang po kasi niyang maipapatama ang kanyang mga madidiing suntok. Kaya naman ay talagang inaasahan na sa knockout magtatapos ang laban na ito dahil sa pares kasing mainit ang dalawang ito na handa nang sumabog kung silang dalawa ay nasa ibabaw na ng lona. Kaya naman ay ano sa tingin nyo mga idol? Uubra kaya ang lakas nitong si Kameda para yanigin itong si Casimero sa kanilang magiging laban sa bansang Japan? O magagawa kaya ni Casimero magpakitang gilas sa kanyang pagbabalik sa boxing? I-comment nyo na po ang magiging komento mga idol para sa gayon ay atin niyang mapag-usapan dito sa ating comment section. Ngayon mga idol bago po natin masaksihan itong pagbabalik ng ating kababayan ay ihahain ko muna po sa inyo ang kanyang mga nagdaan na laban at uunahin na po natin ang laban na nagpakilala kay Casimero. At ito na nga ay nung makalaban po nito ang dating WBO Bantamweight World Champion na si Zolani Tete.
Bantamweight Champion of the World, Zolani Lastborn Tete!
Okay, for cold break boys, you take one step back. Don't throw any punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Well, we know that Tete is a terrific technical boxer and also that he's got power, but he's not been in the ring competitively since October last year. In that time, Casimero has had 3 knockout victories. His last 4 wins have all come by stoppage. He is a banger. And he is most definitely here thinking and believing that he can defeat this brilliant South African.
Well, the obvious tactic is to get inside that beautiful long jab there of Tete, which is achievable, but the problem is then you have that uppercut to worry about. When we've seen that, how effective that can be in the past. He takes a little half a step back, Tete, and then whips that uppercut right through the middle.
Tete had 1 win, which came in 11 seconds, the quickest ever in a world title fight. Well, it's not, I suspect that might never be broken. Casimero, who'll be known to British fans as the man who stopped Charlie Edwards in September 3 years ago in an IBF flyweight title defence. He won this interim title in February against Ricardo Espinosa and then defended it in August against Cesar Ramirez. Both those came by way of stoppage.
Oh, he's a quality operator, and if you allow him forward momentum, and he gets it on his side, then he's a really hard man to deter. He really is. So for Tete, it's just keeping him in his place all the time, pivoting on that front foot, whipping that jab out, not shortening the gap.
Tete, tremendous athlete, stands 5'9" and only weighed 8 stone 4 at the weigh-in. Comfortably made the 8'6" limit.
That's the crazy part of it.
On occasion, he kind of just does enough. We commentated on a fight over in Yekaterinburg last year. It was that fight last October. Yep. And that was that sort of fight, wasn't it? He won by about a 4 or 5 point margin, but he never really took any risks at all.
No, and he can coast the fight, can't he? So he can stick in second gear, just pick you off and be happy with that.
Well, fairly quiet opening round. Bell just coming up as Casimero tries to launch that right hand and just whips it through thin air. Well, as we go into the second round, how did you score that one, Barry?
I give it to Tete. I think just some of those flicking jabs were enough to give him the edge for me. Casimero didn't really do do enough, if anything, to be fair.
Quiet sort of opener, wasn't it? Test will come when Casimero lands one of those big punches, if.
Or when he fully commits to an attack. He's jumped into a few attacks, but I don't think he's been fully committed. And when he does that, if he can be effective, or if Tete can read it, and as we said earlier, whip that uppercut on the target.
Casimero promoted by the legendary Manny Pacquiao. Sean Gibbons representing the little master over here. I think he's the chief executive officer or something of Pacquiao Promotions.
Or something.
Yeah, well, it's a significant job, you know. He introduced himself to me as that, and also as the president, so I'm not sure which it was.
Again, Casimero got too much experience just to rush in because he knows he'll walk on the shots, but also with him not doing that means he's not being remotely effective. And even though Tete's not doing enough, he should be doing a lot more with that right jab, to be fair.
Tete just looks huge in comparison to Casimero.
That's an advantage he always has over pretty much every fight that he's faced.
Talked about moving up in weights, that might happen at some point, and I guess another option, talked about Inoue, but Rigondeaux, the Cuban, is fighting Liborio Solis for the regular WBA title. That's coming up in about 3 weeks, and Tete's talked about fighting Rigondeaux, or as he's correctly pronounced with the Spanish accent, Rigondeaux.
And look, two absolute geniuses, but it could also be a stinker of a fight, because they might just both be looking at each other.
Could be a chess match,
couldn't it? Each other to make the first move, yeah.
Which this is a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, it is. You know, and again, Casimero's trying to attack, but short little right hand there. I thought it was half a head as well.
As ever, Tete's entourage came to the ring singing and dancing as the second when he fought over in Yekaterinburg in Russia last October.
Well, obviously, that's better there for Casimero.
Doubling up on the jab.
Well, I guess he thinks, you know, it's your move to close the gap, not mine. I'm the taller fighter with the longer reach. I want to keep it long. You gotta try and bring it to me.
Bags of experience though, Casimero. Got a record of 5 wins and 2 defeats in world title fights. Tete 5-1. He's won his last 12 since September 2012. Oh, Casimero got him. He's got him with a butt now. He's given it. He's got him with a body shot, was it?
No, it was on the chin. It was a short right hook to the chin.
And he's in trouble.
He's all over the place.
He's in real trouble. Tete's in a lot of trouble. And the referee wants to look at him. He's allowing it to continue. But referee asking, is he okay? Casimero wants to finish it right here, right now. And finish it he has. The title changes hands in sensational fashion. Zolani Tete stopped by John Riel Casimero of the Philippines. And the big South African favourite suffers a defeat which was simply not expected, no way.
Well, we're sat here just praising Tete up, and all of a sudden Casimero comes in with a short hook, sort of turns the body, hits Tete sort of flush on the chin, squared up, and that was it. He crumbled.
It caught him on the blind side from where we're sitting, and you did well to pick that up because it was such a quick, short shot.
It was. He jumped into the attack there, and we're saying how good Tete is, and he waits for you to make the mistake, waits for you to engage, but we weren't giving Casimero enough.
Isunod naman natin mga idol ang huling naging laban ni Casimero, at ito na nga po ay nung kanyang makaharap ang matibay kuno na si Saul Sanchez, na kung saan sa round 1 pa lamang ay tinibag na ng ating maangas na kababayan ang Meksikano niyang nakalaban.
最新ランキングは IBF 世界スーパーバンタム級13位 WBC 世界スーパーバンタム級第7位、 WBO 世界スーパーバンタム級第6位、世界3階級制覇王者、元 IBF 世界ライトフライ級チャンピオン、元 IBF 世界フライ級チャンピオン、そして元 WBO 世界バンタム級チャンピオン、Former 3weights champion of the world, John Liu Casimero。
への挑戦状叩きつけられるか、ジョン・リエル・カシメロ。
青コーナー121パウンド4分の3 USA、 ここまで21勝 12KO 3敗。最終ランキングは WBC 世界バンタム級12位、 WBO 世界バンタム級第8位、サウル・ザ・ビースト・サンチェ
世界に挑戦するために3回
ジャッジ中村克彦、同じくビニー・マーティン、同じく飯田哲也、
本日のメインイベントです。
福地裕二、
スーパーバンタム級の契約から変更されまして128パウンドおよそ 58.0 キロ10回戦に変更されています。さて解説、まずは亀貝さん注目しているところ、ぜひ今一度教えてください。
そうですね、カシメロのコンディション、そこはやはり1ラウンド目でよく見たいですね。
はい。さあ岩瀬さんはどうでしょうか。
はい、前回の競技選手の試合がラウンド1
まあそうですね、あれだけの戦いを見せられると、さあメインイベントはもちろんそれに匹敵するものを見せなくてはいけない両者、ジョン・リエル・カシメロ VS サウル・チャンス・サンチェス。10回戦が始まりました。まずは第1ラウンド、まあカシメロのコンディションも心配されるんですけれども、おお、いきなりいった、手をついた、あとしかし右を入れた、手をついたか、どうだ、ダウンです。
1月にバンターあったんですけどね、はい、いやさすがカシメロ、好記録ありますね。
いきなりだ、まだ30秒経っていません。まずはダウンを奪ったのはジョン・リエル・カシメロ。ちょっと手を思わずついてしまったというようなことになりましたサンチェス。ただカシメロはかなりかかっています。サンチェスの方はランキング、世界ランキング入りはしているんですけれども、こちらはバンタム級でのランキング入りということで、まあ階級で言いますと岩瀬さん重いんですよね。まあこの辺りはまたこちらのコンディションもどうかというのが気になります。いやしかしカシメロの方はキレありますね。
序盤強いですね、
いきなりダウンが奪われました。まあただそこからサンチェスの方もいいパンチを返しました。ちょっとこれは目が離せません。じゃあここで左のフック、
サンチェスこれ得意なんですよ。もうためを作らずに左フックうまく打ち込めるんですよね。
今度はボディに打ち込んでいくカシメロ、少しフェイントを入れましたサンチェス。そこに対して左左、サンチェスも返した。カシメロの左が火を吹いた。2度目のダウン。サンチェス立ち上がるか、うなずいた、立ち上がりました。残りは1分。さあカシメロが来るか、仕留めに来る。サンチェス仕上げるか、さらに打ち込んでいくサンチェス。いやカシメロが集めていく、左に入った。
ですし、実際いいシーンもあったんです。タイミングもあって橋本が勝ち抜くシーンもありましたが、それに飲まれてダメージで取ってしまいましたね。サンチェスは走るような試合ではないですよ。そうですよね。体重をオーバーした相手にいう感じの打ち込みましたしね。
まずは最初のダウンというのもあって、これが2度目のダウンということになります。